I'm Harrison Graham, and you're watching Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's show as we get you caught up on some news and rumors surrounding this football team. And I think it's only right that we start by talking about the quarterback, Justin Fields, and really the ridiculous stretch that he's been on. He's been playing at a very, very high level for quite a while now. I mean, we're talking about since really Week 4, post-Week 4, this guy has been playing at a very high clip. First 4 games versus last 8 games. Let's just compare the numbers here. Completion percentage, almost up 15 percentage points. Passing yards, obviously you played double the games, but production's over tripled there. Rushing yards is quadrupled there just about. Obviously the touchdowns, much higher volume. Turnovers, technically 2 more, but it's also 8 more games, or 4 more games. And then quarterback rating, too, 95 compared to 58. I mean, not even close. And you just look at this, and Justin Fields, he just gets better and better and better and better. I thought he had his best passing game of the season against Green Bay, even though he did throw those 2 late picks. And by the way, that first one, clearly on Equinemius St. Brown. You got to come back to the football there. Second one, bit of a force, down 9 points late. Not a full pass because if you score there, get an onside kick, you still have a chance. But at the same time, kind of a one he probably would not force if it was just within the normal flow of the football game. Now, is Justin Fields the Bears franchise quarterback? Like, is he the guy? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I think he is. I thought he has been for a while. I don't think he's close to a finished product. I think he's got to continue to improve. But where he is right now, I'm very comfortable with where he's heading moving into 2023 and beyond. And so I'm going to type my Y for yes. Now, this was interesting as well when you talk about Justin Fields and how he's been playing as of late. Shout out to @StartKyleOrton on Twitter, and he says over the last 9 starts for Justin Fields, he's completing 63.9% of his passes, just under 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, 6 picks, 7.7 yards per attempt, 93 passer rating, yada, 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 810 yards rushing. Basically, the point of this tweet is he says, if you kind of equated that, projected that over a 17-game full season, he would pass for over 3,000 yards and 21 touchdowns and rush for over 1,500 yards and 13 more touchdowns. So over 4,500 yards and 34 touchdowns, yeah, that'll work. Now, I think in the future what you'll see is I don't think Justin Fields is going to rush for 1,500 yards next year, but I also think he'll throw for more than just over 3,000. I think what's more realistic is 35, 36, 3,700 passing yards and between 800 and 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, he's already almost at 1,000 yards rushing right now, and he missed a start. So I think he's going to rush for 1,200 yards this year. I think, you'd like to see him settle in that maybe 800 range, and then he throws for, 36, 3,800 yards, somewhere in that range. And then you kind of combine it all, and you're looking at a guy with 43 to 4,500 total yards. He's been balling out since week 5. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The numbers say so. His tape says so. The comfortability when you watch him play, you're like, yeah, this guy just looks more comfortable. So, yeah, I think it's exciting to see. He'll get another week off here, and then, final push, see how he plays over the last month, and hopefully get some momentum going into the offseason, which – again, we've talked about it, the most important offseason Ryan Poles will ever have as the GM of this football team. Now, today's show sponsored by Rocket Money. And listen, Rocket Money is going to save you some money because 80% of people have subscriptions that they forgot about. You know how I know that? Because I forgot about my Xbox Live subscription. I checked my bank statement recently, just got charged for another 3 months because it's on auto pay. I haven't played Xbox Live in almost 2 years, so I've probably lost about $150, $200 at this point in time. And I'm sure you guys have subscriptions you don't know about as well. When you sign up with Rocket Money and sync up your email, you're going to have all your subscriptions in one place, all on one screen, and you'll be able to be like, okay, I want to keep this one. Oh, no, I don't want Hulu anymore. I don't want Amazon Prime or Prime Video or whatever the case may be. You click cancel next to those. They will cancel the subscriptions for you. They will handle all of that. You can also kind of just keep tabs on all of your finance overall, stay on top of your bills and other expenses as well. You can create a budget with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Bears now. I'm 29 now, be 30 next year. My wife and I have a baby on the way, so, cutting costs where you can is very important for me right now in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat. Even if you're, a high school kid, college kid, like you'll get to my age, and every dollar you spend counts. It makes a big difference. So really starting to stay on top of your finances is huge, and Rocket Money can help you save money. So go to rocketmoney.com/Bears now. That link will be in the description and the comments of this video. Let's talk about Eddie Jackson. You're probably thinking, Eddie Jackson, well, his season's over. And yeah, his season is over, but there is a positive injury update here. A report from the Chicago Tribune, Brad Biggs, says that Eddie Jackson likely will not need surgery on his Lisfranc foot injury. Still out for the season, but I think for heading into next year, Eddie Jackson, who I still think will be a part of this thing a year from now, that's pretty big, because Lisfranc injuries can be bad, but if he can avoid surgery and just kind of rest on it for a couple months and then hit the rehab, he should be good to go for a lot of the offseason program. I mean, for me, as long as he's there by training camp, I'm fine. But if he can be available for some of that other stuff too, that would be very, very big for this football team, because I think Eddie Jackson this year proved he can be a core guy moving forward, at least for another year or two. Now, I don't know if he's going to get another contract. He's got 2 years left on his deal. He's been a guy that, people have wondered if he could get cut to save money, which that could still happen. But I think with the way he played this year, you'd rather at least keep him for another year, because if you cut him, you got to go get another safety. That's just another need that you already need to add when you have so many needs already as it is. Now, Olin Kreutz, former Bears center, had a Lisfranc injury and kind of talked about this situation with Eddie as well. He says, even without the surgery, the rehabilitation was brutal, he said. I couldn't have even played in the Super Bowl if we had won that game, because remember, he got hurt in the playoffs there. Eddie will recover. He has tons of time. It's so different now. Rehab is so much better than it was before. If Eddie finds someone good, I assume a PT, which he should. He'll have team doctors. He'll be back to 100%. And Eddie Jackson's still young. He turns 29 this month. That's not, like a young pup, but it's not, a 35-year vet either suffering a Lisfranc. That would be more concerning. So he should be fine. Lay off it for, 6 to 8 weeks, hit the rehab, and I think, by mini camps even, he should be good to go. And I hope that's the case, because he's emerged as a leader on this team, someone that teammates and other players rely on here. So I think that is the ideal outcome here, that he comes back, plays, and plays well in 2023. Now, do you want Eddie Jackson back next year? Because I do. I do want him back. He played really well this season. Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Let me know if you'd like to see Eddie Jackson back in Chicago next season. Now, hit that subscribe button here on the channel, as you don't want to miss any of our coverage we have coming up. We're going to only increase our coverage moving toward the offseason, because, let's face it, these last 4 games, yeah, we're still going to cover them closely, still do watch parties, but it's all about the future now in Chicago. We're going to have you guys covered with videos, draft coverage, free agency, mock offseason, stuff like that, looking ahead to 2023. So don't miss any of our coverage. We have you covered here at the channel. Talk Jaylon Johnson now, as he has been nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award for Chicago, which obviously is a huge honor for any player on any team to be nominated, but I think it's always even more valuable when whichever Bears player gets chosen, because Walter Payton, of course, was a Chicago Bear, and here's what Jaylon Johnson had to say about being nominated. He said, "I'm very honored to be nominated for such a prestigious award. I started the foundation with the intention of keeping my friend Kevion's legacy going. Before the foundation, it was Kevion who would do such important things to help our community, and his friend Kevion, had a foundation going. Jaylon's keeping it going now. He passed away due to gun violence, which obviously is something that Jaylon is passionate about, which is something that's been a problem in Chicago. So good for Jaylon Johnson. I hope he wins this award. I think he's also a guy that has become a leader for this football team, and this is just further proof of that. Ryan Poles made a comment saying how proud and excited he was for Jaylon Johnson to have this opportunity. So, exciting stuff. Hopefully he gets to be one of the, final finalists and has a chance to win it, because I think that would be really cool for this franchise in a season where, there's not been a lot of great things to talk about when it comes to on-field stuff. Show Jaylon Johnson some love. Type 33 down in the comment section. Get the 33s going if you want to show Jaylon Johnson some love. And why not, man? Walter Payton Man of the Year. I hope he wins it. Give me a follow on social media at HGramNFL on Instagram. Same handle on Twitter at HGramNFL. If you got any questions, hit me up over there. It's at HGramNFL on Twitter and on Instagram. Appreciate you guys for watching, as always.